Q and E are kind of reversed to what I think they would be. It's okay. I hear. I thought I heard a dog panting. Whatever. Ah, here we go. Someone seems to be buried here. Oh, it's on hotkey 4. Nice. Using skills. I'll let him dig first. Oh, hell yeah. What do we find? Some scrap, some ammo, and a compact mirror. Go. Alright. Using skills. To use an active skill, you will need to assign it to the hotbar by right-clicking on an empty slot and then left-clicking on the one you want to put into that slot. Then left-click the skills icon to activate it, and if needed, left-click on an object or character to use it. You can also right-click on a valid object or character, and you will see a pop-up showing all available skill options. Left-click on a skill to use it. Okay. And scrap. Scrap is a currency you use in the Wasteland. You can use scrap to pay for items merchants are selling, and they'll also pay you back in scrap for any items sold to them. Unlike inventory items, there is no maximum limit to how much scrap your party can carry, and it does not weigh anything. Scrap is frequently labeled as $. Okay, cool. So whoever I select and then make is basically the team leader. So I guess it doesn't matter the order, but if we can figure out how to change it, I'd love that. Let's see, what's here? Truck. Okay. Some more scrap, some 5.56 ammo, and a medicine pouch. Heck yeah. Is this a... Ooh, it is. Well, go digging. Glad I picked up that shovel. Oh, hell yeah. Sawed-off shotgun, some scrap, some more ammo, and a large ring. Let's go. Alright, is there anything else to dig up, or are we about to the end of that? Looks like we're about to the end of that little bit. Let's see anything back here. Alright. And there's a fence here, so we can't get into this area. Correct. Let's go over here. Can we go in the tent? No. Okay. Who's this? Oh,
God damn it, Ace.
Yep.
You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
Angela Death. And this is why I didn't want to name my character Angela. Figured we'd be running into her. I got her. Hey, Angela. A tough-looking redhead with decades of sun and wind and hard living etched into her angular face stands, sobbing in the shadows. You saw her at Ace's retirement party. The sleeves of her uniform have been torn off, revealing multiple tattoos on her sinewy arms as all skulls. The tears running down her cheeks are splashing on a rusty old wrench she holds in her scarred hands.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
Babies? Us?
Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time.
Who saw Ace's funeral? You knew him well?
They all hurt, but this one... Man. Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. When Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in Quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise, and never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now he's... God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it.
How well do you know General Vargas? I see you have Ace's name tattooed in that heart in your arm. General Vargas used to be called Snake. When I went to Hellraiser, Thrasher, Words. Yeah, let's start with, so General Vargas used to be called Snake?
Yep. He was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade, maybe?
How well do you know General Vargas?
Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh?
You have Ace's name tattooed in that heart in your arm?
You noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace, we were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you.
I see. So Angela and Ace ended up together. Oh, that's kind of cool. Whatever happened to Hellraiser?
He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him.
Oh, interesting.
I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come. And when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor. Scary as hell.
Where's Thrasher now?
You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day, he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise. And he couldn't go out on patrol no more.
Ooh.
Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers. But Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography.
Huh.
He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the Wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it?
The Red Scorpions?
You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out.
Ah.
Just a bunch of rangers back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. The protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up.
Ah.
Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging.
Gotcha. So kick him in the teeth. What can you tell us about eastern Arizona?
Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts.
Same. Where's Quartz?
Man, not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher. He'd know.
Alright. What was Base Cochise?
An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death.
Computer was making the robots?
Yeah. The base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet.
Ugh. What is that radiation cloud?
The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp.
Ugh.
The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever. And that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke?
Have you heard any of those strange broadcasts?
Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers. Saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us?
Interesting. You thought Ace's mission was trouble?
He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. I should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him?
Tell me about the Rail Nomads.
Could be a nice little place if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, but between them, they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, it seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots.
Know any more about these repeater units?
I don't really know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius.
Do you know Woodson?
Radio technician Wade Woodson? Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base.
Alright, goodbye, Angela.
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we've been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged.
I wonder if it's a different voice actress, or if it's something that came in and recorded later.
So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Oh, hell yes.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
Sounds good. Hell yeah, we got Angela on our team. Let's look at her character sheet. Angela Death, Command Corporal, level 7, AP 10, 9292. She is carrying an M1 assault rifle. Nice. No trinket, no armor as of yet. She's got Ace's wrench, some ammo, some pain relievers, and faded letters. Let's see. She's 35. American. No religion, no smokes. 0 stats so far as of joining us. Biography. A 15-year veteran of the Desert Rangers, Angie was born into a strict religious community near the southern edge of the Arizona wastes. When she hit her teens, she rebelled against everything they stood for and in the process nearly rebelled herself into an early grave. She found the Rangers when she woke up in their drunk tank. Joining them saved her life, and she hasn't looked back since. She's got 8 coordination, 1 in luck, 6 in awareness, 4 in strength, 6 in speed, 4 intelligence, and 2 charisma. Followers. Okay, I'll look at that in a minute. Skills. Hard ass, assault rifles, brute force are all 3. Weaponsmithing, blunt weapons, and outdoorsman are all 2. She did nothing in combat skills, nothing in knowledge skills, and nothing in general skills. Ooh, mystery abilities. Certain skills are mastered by a select few in the Wasteland. They are known only as myths and rumors to the wider world. Okay. Let's see. Her perks. Hardened. Your service to the Desert Rangers has left you rougher and tougher. Benefits. +1 to base armor. Nice. Available. Okay. So when we get a perk point, we can give her a perk. And her logbook. Or our logbook, I should say. Nice. Alright, let's see what this says. Followers. During your travels, you may come across people willing to join your squad. These companions, CNPCs, can be controlled and customized just like your own Ranger recruits you start the game with, but may have personalities and characteristics of their own. Alright. Cool. Well, there's got to be a way of changing the squad order lineup thing. And I think the game hasn't told me what it is yet. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Okay. Well, what do you have? Brute force, outdoorsman, and low dose paintings. Cool. So, field medic, reception, infiltrator, team leader, doctor. Cool. Alright. Well, let's, actually, let's save real quick. Alright. Game save. Let's hit the road, shall we? Because I don't think there's anyone else we can talk to at the... Hang on a second. There wasn't anything else over that we can interact with. No. There's no... excuse me. There's no one else over here. This area is all fenced in, so we can't get into it. Alright, let's head out into the wasteland. Begin our adventure. Alright, let me... Okay, there's a fence here, so you can't go anywhere that way. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I could have read the grave markers? Aww. Do I really want to run all the way over here to do that? Yeah. Some more grave markers. You know what? For the sake of... I'm kind of curious now. Come back over here, guys. I do kind of want to take a peek real quick. Just because I am a little curious. Dr. Mike Scott. Cadet Sexerx. Lance Colonel Ken Stone. Cadet Zombra. Cadet Ford Soon. PFC David Asif. PFC Bernard Asif. Captain Christopher Brock Noteboom lived his life to the Ranger Code. These must be people that backed the game. Cadet Wolf. General Sergur. Also, if just randomly, if this happens to be your name and you're watching this video at some point and I'm butchering your name, I apologize. Technical Major Ron Nakata fought like a ranger until the end. Imperial Scar Scalp Ralph the Hobo. Cadet Suicide. Supreme Jerk Pavlish. Cadet Paul Takeda. Major General Redhawk. Okay. That's kind of cool. That's got to be backers. That's got to be the names of some of the backers that backed the Kickstarter back in the day. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, take a moment to hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and hit that bell notification icon to stay up to date with all the new videos. As always, I enjoy and appreciate your comments, and if you could share my channel and videos on social media and across the internet, it would help, as it is your support that keeps this channel going. So, until next time everyone, as always, please, stay safe out there.